Today I have a small Paperchase haul for you guys. I've recently been to London and Brighton, so I've been to a few different Paperchase shops, and each time I've been to a shop I've picked up a couple of things. So I'm going to start off with Postcards. The first one I got is this one, and it says it's the British summer. When I saw this one I instantly thought it'd be really good for journaling. I thought I could print off a photo and put that here and then obviously stick it into my journal. So I got one of them. I think it was the only one that was there. If not, I would have probably picked up another one. I got 4 of these because I really like the design. I know I'm going to use at least one of them for a travelling postcard. I'm going to want to keep one for myself, and then I got a couple of spares because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it again, because I know the postcards kind of vary per shop. So yeah, I thought it was best to stock up on the ones which I really like. I then got a couple of this one which says I'm a unicorn, and then obviously it's a corn with a unicorn horn. So yeah, kind of random, but I like those ones. I then got a couple of these ones which are obviously again kind of biscuit themed. I don't know what it is about biscuits, but I just really like how they look as a print. So again, I got one for me and one as a spare or for a travelling postcard or something like that. I then got this one for my boyfriend because it says I hadn't planned on liking you so much. I obviously read it differently to how it's implied because obviously I'm a planner. Just kind of like a jokey postcard. I then got a pack of these which are the copper binder clips. I've had the copper paper clips from Paperchase for a while now, and I knew there were binder clips out there somewhere but I couldn't find them. But when I was in the Paperchase in Victoria Station I came across these, and I haven't come across them before, so I thought I best pick them up there. These were £2.50 and the postcards were around 70p each. I found more recently that I'm using binder clips a lot more than I used to because I'm sending more snail mail, especially when I'm creating pieces that kind of fold up and stuff. It's very handy to have a binder clip to just clip around it to keep everything closed. So yeah, so I'm picking up a lot of binder clips that I can add onto Happy Mail and stuff. I then got this set of paper tapes which are obviously just plain colours. The only plain coloured tapes that I have are those really thin ones, so I've actually been after some plain coloured wider tapes for a little while now. I didn't know Paperchase did these until I saw them again in the Victoria Station Paperchase. They had them in these colours, and then they also had them in pastel colours. You get 8 tapes in this pack and they were £6, which I think is actually really good for the amount of tape you get. They have the same amount of tape on as the other sort of Paperchase tapes that come in these sets, so I think for £6 it's a little cheaper than the usual price for these sets of tape. Plain colours just come in so handy, especially when you are using different pattern tapes and different coloured tapes on a project. Sometimes you just need that plain colour to kind of even things out a little bit. I then picked up this roll of ribbon in the Paperchase sale recently for 75p. As you can see, it has a lot of little hearts on it. I feel like you can use hearts on absolutely anything, and for 75p you get 10 meters of ribbon, which I think is really good. Even at full price, which is £1.50, I think that's a really good deal. I'm planning to use this to wrap around Happy Mail. I'm pretty sure I'll end up using it in my journal as well. I am tempted to use it a bit like washi tape, so I'll probably put some double-sided tape on the back of it. Couldn't resist that when I saw that in the sale. They did only have one though, but if they'd had another one I probably would have picked another one up. Next I got these camera sticky notes. So inside you get 4 different shapes of camera. I'm actually planning to use these again in my journals for background. I've used some Paperchase sticky notes in the past in my journal for this page, and I actually really like how it looks. So you can see here in the background there is a sticky note which is obviously an owl shape. I found that in my journal when it comes to doing backgrounds and like colouring the background and stuff, I've kind of just used watercolour, but more recently I found that using sticky notes is actually a nice alternative. So again, here I use some sticky notes instead of watercolour. I am still using watercolour a lot in my journals, but it's nice to have the other option of using sticky notes. So yeah, that is what I bought these in mind for, and obviously I take photos a lot. Photography is something I'm really passionate about, so I end up journaling a lot about it, so I'm pretty sure I'll get a lot of use out of these. And this little set was £3.50. I then got another set of paper tapes, and this time I picked up one of the sets instead of the plain colours. When I'm buying these sets of tapes there's usually 1 or 2 tapes in there which I'm not too keen on. I kind of divide the costs between each roll and see if it's still worth it. If there's obviously only 2 rolls that I want then it's definitely not worth it, but in here there was only 2 that I didn't want, so to me it seemed like it was worth it. This is one of the £8 sets. So in here you get this one which has a load of fruit with faces on. You then get this one with glasses with faces. This one I really liked, which is yellow with bows. Then you have one with pineapples with glasses on, and this one has, I think it's watermelon, like cut in half with glasses on. And then you have this one, which is obviously a red gingham, and then you have two really thin ones, which is a blue gingham and a purple gingham. So out of these, the two that I'm probably less likely to use is this one and this one. I'm not sure why, those are just the two which I don't like as much. The rest of them I really like. The last thing I picked up was these, which are some American Craft bow clips. I got these from the Tottenham Court Road store. If you can't get to the Tottenham Court Road store, then they do have these available online. These were £4 and you get 9 clips. The reason I got these is because I saw them when we went to the Paperchase blogger event at the start of the month, and we got one to take home with us, and I actually really liked how it looked. Some paper clips which are shaped don't look like what they're meant to look like when you actually clip them onto something. When you clip it onto something, obviously the back is hidden, so you don't see the middle section, but I feel like it still definitely looks like a bow. So this was everything I picked up on my most recent trips to Paperchase. Like I said before, these were picked up on different trips to Paperchase. They weren't all picked up in one go. If you are going to a different area of the country and there is a Paperchase there, it's definitely worth popping in because they do have different things in different shops. A lot of these things I haven't actually seen in my local Paperchase yet, so yeah, definitely worth looking. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I picked up. Let me know in the comments if you've been to Paperchase recently. I'd love to know what you guys have been buying. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.